It's truly time with all the external news that came out today. If it isn't now, then when? Hello everyone, hope you guys are having an amazing. XRP is around $2.27, just ranging. But today is a special day. You guys want to know why? Because it seems like now guys are stood up from part of XRP in the XRP community. Now this is quite interesting. The red alerts warned us that the wave of liquidity is about to flood into XRP, right? Or maybe cryptos in general. But from Ripple Red Alert on 5/30/2023, what do we see here, guys? Right, a wave, a flood, or a tsunami, and this means liquidity, right? It's about to enter the scene, which finally means what? Pumps are about to ignite, guys, ensue. But you think we're joking, guys? No, we're not. It's because Justin FTX to begin distributing over 5 billion in stablecoins to creditors on May 30th, right? Which is when? Tomorrow. That's so weird because this was tweeted on the same exact day, guys. Okay, May 30th. But it's a delta for tomorrow's date when FTX pays out their creditors in stablecoins. Okay, and a good thing it's not in crypto or it's not in like Bitcoin, because then they would just sell. Now, if it's in stablecoins, what will they do? Probably inject it and buy whatever coin they wish to buy, right? Unless they actually do cash that out. But most likely, if they're already in crypto, whoever is in crypto, they're probably gonna stay in crypto, right, until the very end. So the wave of liquidity is literally about to enter this cryptos in general. That's a 5x print, by the way, of Tether. Okay, $5 billion. Imagine all that hitting the market once, guys. It's going to be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Now, this is where things get serious. Okay, this is where things get spicy, and this is where maybe perhaps what you have been waiting for, because latest from Cointelegraph, Hyperscale Data plans to buy up to 10 million in XRP by end of 2025. Okay, now why? It's because they're trying to or willing to expand crypto-based financial services. All of a sudden, this is strange. It seems like everyone's trying to panic, right? Panic buy XRP when all these people had years upon years to buy XRP, guys, right? But now they're jumping in. Why is that the case? Ask yourself this question. So basically, with this platform, okay, that's available to public companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange, eligible applicants will be able to apply to borrow up to a fixed amount of XRP, and then on terms and conditions negotiated. Once finalized, the loan details will be posted on chain. Okay, the ledger that never sleeps. The loans are expected to be secured by assets of the applicant, and the loans are currently anticipated to be repaid in XRP. Another one, it's like a new trend, guys. It's like a new trend, and this one is the company is exploring a financial strategy of up to 300 million to establish an XRP Reserve to facilitate global payments through various non-equity funding methods while maintaining shareholder value. Okay, so it's basically initiating a $300 million buy, right, injection of liquidity for an XRP Reserve, guys, to facilitate global payments, right? So that's crazy in itself. This company, guys, they're basically going for an XRP Reserve, right, for supporting global payment solutions, and it's going to be through different ways, such as available cash reserves, bank lending, shareholder guarantees, and third-party institutional-backed credit facilities from traditional banks. But it's to maintain capital flexibility for the company, support long-term growth, and preserve shareholder value while advancing its strategic objective in the digital asset and cross-border payment space. The integration of the XRP blockchain has the potential to revolutionize how they would handle cross-border payments for both partners and travelers worldwide, right? And this will all benefit XRP and this ecosystem. Crazy news everywhere. Ask yourself this question: why is all this happening right now? Right? It's like the pathways are opening up for the money to flood into XRP specifically. Why is that the case? Right now, not 3 months ago, but right now. Not to mention, demand for XRP has surged sharply in the futures market, with XRP CME futures open interest reaching $223 million within just 10 days of its launch, right? Like, the interest of XRP is just skyrocketing. Volume is increasing, right? Which precedes price action to pump, guys. If volume is increasing, XRP will undoubtedly pump, right, in the coming times. Now, Ripple's hidden road launches over-the-counter crypto swaps and NASA's opening institutional access to cash-settled trades across major digital assets, right? Now, that's why. You guys want to know what's happening here with all this news coming that just like came into the scene today? It's because perhaps the chart of XRP is bottoming out. Okay, maybe that's why. And not to mention, why is XRP heavily suppressed? Let us think really quickly, right? XRP suppressed here, and it's not pumping at all. Maybe they initiated this type of range that's been going on for so many months now, right, that it seems like it's dead, perhaps to buy XRP, right? It was for them to literally buy XRP, right? They tricked everyone to sell, so then they could buy it up, guys, right? So it doesn't actually push prices higher, and whenever they do make XRP skyrocket, what's it called? They're just gonna get more wealthy, right? And I haven't slept, guys, so I don't know what's going on. But look at this, talking about how all the institutional interest is ramping up. Well, when we talk about over-the-counter plays, look at this from a Riddler. Over-the-counter trading desk. XRP's first place, Bitcoin is second, Ethereum is third. What was it by Hidden Road? Over-the-counter crypto swaps, right? Which will drive institutional demand even higher than it is right now, right? So everything's happening right now. Why is that the case? Well, we know it's because they're timing it perfectly to make us become bullish, right? And they're probably gonna pump XRP. I was hoping that they consolidated or range XRP for some more time, guys, right? So we could have some time to accumulate. But if they do pump it now, then so it be. But it seems like the ship has sailed. I repeat, it's time, right? David Schwartz tweeted out this equation here, but he says here, I equal I, but I, sir. David, is this a code? Roger, Roger, right? What is that? I, Captain. Isn't that weird, right? So, pointing to, again, the ship, which says to persevere, right? Because the sun is shining. Are we out of the storm, right? The storm is basically the what, right? This, to me, represents a range, right? Or more so this way, I guess we could do it this way, like that, right? The sun shining is clear skies ahead, which means a pump upwards. Okay, this is all happening today, by the way, just to let you guys know that we're probably around near the bottom as well. Something is going on today, right? Aramco, a Saudi Arabian oil company, on tokenizing oil on the XRP ledger. Now, this is fake, probably. I'm not sure, guys, if there's an actual legit source, but if this were to be the case, 100%, right? Again, rumors are coming out, flying by, speculation ramping out of the skyrocketing, right? Going through the roof. Isn't that strange that we said it here? No one else called it. that when XRP bottoms, there's going to be rumblings and talks of certain things coming out, right? Even if there are rumors, there just needs to be something that sparks XRP's price to go higher. Now, have we reached the bottom point of XRP? I don't think so. Not yet, until XRP versus Bitcoin does one more of this, guys. Okay? Until this chart does one more of this, right? That's probably the bottom here, around here somewhere. So we're basically close, right? What is that? Like, let me see here. That's basically like max another minus 5% against Bitcoin, right? Max, I think. So, yeah, I mean, we're basically close. Yeah, obviously XRP can drop on the USD pairing. It could drop heavy, right? Because it depends on Bitcoin's strength here. But we'll see what happens. But just watch for this chart, because it seems like we're relatively near, right? And all this stuff is coming out. And by the way, about tokenizing oil on the XRP ledger itself, yeah. If this is the case, guys, and we know this to be the case, maybe perhaps in the future, because the XRP ledger is trying to tokenize it all, right? From this thing to that thing, even possibly us one day in the future, right? We're going to become tokens. Now, Ripple tokenizing real estate on the XRP ledger, right? I guess that could be the case because, right, look at this. This is the truth, right? This is actually something that's happening. Tokenization of real estate. But we could technically be tokenized as well, right? If we are in the metaverse, guys, right? Deep Dive VR, for example, right? And in that reality where we live in, the entirety can become tokenized, guys, right? In that type of dimension. But this is happening with real physical assets, right? Property. Let's see, from Ripple themselves. This is all happening, I think, right now. I don't know when this came out, but probably recently, if not today.
So tokenization is really just the digital representation of something in the real world in a digital format. In this case, we're talking about the blockchain. So taking something in the real world, it could be anything. It could be equity. It could be something that you own. It could be a certain privilege, like the ability to vote. And taking that entity or aspect that's off-chain and bringing it onto the blockchain, representing it in a digital format. So typically, once you have an understanding of what you would like to represent, you'll use an existing standard such as ERC20 on Ethereum or an IOU-like fungible token on the XRP ledger, and you'll actually take that real-world thing and represent it on the blockchain. Now, why do you want to do that? What's the purpose of just tokenizing something for the sake of it? There isn't one. So effectively, after you've tokenized it, you want to go ahead and do something with it. You want to send it as a payment, or you want to trade it or collateralize it so you can access a loan and use one of the many advantages of tokenizing real things on the blockchain.
Yeah, basically targeting it all, right? Targeting it all. Let's see when this came out. Oh, it came out today. From vision to realization, tokenizing real estate on the XRP ledger. This came out today, guys. Okay. Wow. And everything will be tokenized. They clearly stated right here. And it's so crazy to me how it comes out today. That's the thing, right? With everything else coming out today, it's like the floodgates are opening. And probably we're going to reach a bottom soon, but I'm really like praying to God that they do range it for some longer time, guys. But with all this coming out, it seems like, yeah, they may just explode it, to be fair, right? Wow. Went after NFTs, then real estate, right? Rumors about oil coming into play. Floodgates are opening where money's going to get injected through different pathways, right? Yeah, this is crazy. The world is going to become more efficient, guys, right? That's what it seems like to be. We believe that tokenizing real estate can unlock significant value across multiple dimensions. It creates new forms of liquidity that benefit both retail and institutional investors. This is where it becomes key. It enhances transparency around ownership and title verification, right? And things can happen like this, guys, like efficiently and cost effectively, right? And in seconds. So yeah, this is amazing. I can't believe it. Maybe perhaps this is where all these contracts are being revealed to the world, right? 1,700 of them, and one by one, it's all happening as we speak. Now, Benicio Vice, the fountain for today's video. Well, today is what, a Thursday. very crazy stuff happened today. Lots of news everywhere. Right? It's like fireworks are beginning to emerge. Let's see what happens next. But things are getting crazy. Now, Benicio Vice. What is this? Sophie's Macy's. See ya.